introduction.
Yeah,
As
yeah.
always, we are live.
All right, guys, we live again. Dia Friday, 11 a.m., 9:30 p.m. in
In India.
India. Thank you so much,
Mhm.
guys, for joining us today, watching our program. I know that many of you watch the program right after we go on the live.
Mhm.
So we're gonna be here every Friday for helping you and teaching you all about coaching, personal development, and really help you to improve your life. My name is Gustavo Romero. I'm here in Naples, Florida. I'm a coach. I'm a mindset coach, and my co-host or my friend Deepak is in India. Deepak, why don't you introduce yourself? You are such a great guy.
Thank you, Gustavo. Thank you for this lovely introduction. I'll go and introduce myself. I'm Deepak. Yeah, I'm from India. 2.5 years ago, I happened to read this book. This book, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And at the time, I never knew what my life is going to take turn. It's like that. And there was written something like that. He said, Napoleon Hill said, there is a secret in this book. If you can find it, you can achieve anything you want. And I was like, why did he wrote that? Is there really a secret? I wanted to know the secret. To know the secret, I was just reading that book over and over and over and over again. I read that book for 1 year, just 1 year, for straight 1 year. I was just reading that book. All these chapter, faith, desire, persistence, imagination, all these things were going into my head. All these things were going into my mind. Then something started happening. I started attracting different people into my life. Long story short, I started studying Bob Proctor. I get to meet, know this man, Bob Proctor, incredible man.
Yeah.
He's just incredible.
You know, Bob
Uh,
Proctor is like 80 years old and he has so much energy.
he's
It's like
87. He's 87, 88.
87 now,
He's
right now.
87, 88. And he's like that. I was like, then I started working with one of his consultant, and I started learning more about paradigms. What is paradigms and how to change that. I started changing my own paradigms. And today is the most awaited program for the whole week, the whole session. Today we are going to discuss about the paradigms.
Yes,
What is a
exactly. Today
paradigm?
we're going to
So,
be talking about
so
paradigms and how to
yeah.
change your paradigm, how to understand what paradigm is.
I
And
think
I
it's
think
very
so that
important. I think it's very important to understand what is a paradigm. Most people have no idea what is a paradigm, and the paradigm controls enormous degree of their life. When I started understanding how does paradigm formed and how to control my life, my whole life started shifting. I was never the same person where I am today. Anybody who knows me personally, even I think my family watched this on YouTube, and I can say that very proud. They have been saying this thing, you're not the same person. Okay. They it's how it's happened. It just happened because of I learned about paradigm. I started studying Bob Proctor's material about paradigms, how to change that paradigm. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. My mindset has shifted. Totally. Totally. I never, I think 3 years ago, I never, if you would ask me, Deepak, tell me what is a mindset. I would not be able to answer. Seriously, I would not be able to answer what is mindset. Yeah.
well, for
So,
example, in the paradigm, something very interesting that I've seen is that, we read with my classes, we read a lot because we have two classes we run. We run the TIR, which
mhm,
is the main class that Bob Proctor put in
mhm,
together, and we do another one which is Pastor Agreement, which is mostly like a sales program. But I combine
mhm,
both together so we can have more
mhm.
content into it. Paradigms is probably the most important thing that you need to understand in your life. It drives
Exactly.
all the results. It drives everything that you want in your life. Paradigms is basically a programming. Oh, before I said programming, why don't you, Deepak, tell us in your words what paradigms is all about?
In my word, thank you, Gustavo. I would really appreciate that. Before explaining paradigms, I would like to ask the people who are watching, some of the questions, right? How would you like if you just multiplied your income 10 times? How would you like if you just multiply your effectivity 20 times? How would you like if you just have a better relationship with your family and your spouse? How would you like if you start living in a more healthy body? you know Answer of these all questions is paradigm.
And very interesting. Most people say, well, that's not possible. And I try to
Yeah,
always explain like this.
I remember. Yeah, I remember Think and Grow Rich. Napoleon Hill, when was he was talking about auto suggestion, he said, the only problem with the man, he thinks everything is impossible. He thinks most of the things can't be done. Okay, but the truth is, anything can be done. You
Right.
can. I have seen
So
people.
very
I have
interesting.
seen
For
people.
example, what you're saying is this. A lot of people said impossible, impossible. And I read this in one of the posts that I put. I really like this. Impossible is simply a possible that you don't understand.
Exactly.
Right?
That's
So
impossible.
you are
I
very
read a quote, I read a quote when I was a kid, impossible itself says I am possible. So nothing is impossible, right? So what is paradigm? Okay. What is a paradigm? How do you, if let's say, I'm going to explain in a words where a 5-year-old can understand what is a paradigm. And truly, if you really understand paradigms, you can change anything you want to try. Most people are who are watching this, and the most people who are going to watch this live in my group or Gustavo's group or LinkedIn or YouTube, I assume that anyone who is watching this, they want something out of their life. They want more money, they want to be more happy, they want to be more healthy. Your happiness depends on paradigm, how much happy you are. Most people, I've seen many people have lots of money, and you ask them how happy you are, they're living a miserable life. Seriously, they are living a miserable life. So how, if this paradigm is controlling so enormous of life, how will you explain it? Okay, to understand paradigm, you have to understand mind. Okay, you have to understand mind. What is mind? Okay, uh, there was a scientist, Dr. Thurman Fleet. Okay, in 1934, he he was very much into holistic healings. Okay, and he used to heal people holistically, and he used to do all kinds of things, healing people. And he said we are only treating to the symptoms, we are not treating to the cause. Okay, because we don't have a picture of a mind. Let's say, Gustavo, let's have some conversation, let's talk about this thing. Okay, let's think about, Gustavo, what is your favorite car?
My favorite car is a Jaguar.
Jaguar. Think about a Jaguar, right? There is a picture in your mind of Jaguar, right?
Yes.
Where would be your favorite destination? Think of your favorite destination.
Mm, I don't know. Forest.
Forest, right? There is the what I point want to make is there is a picture,
Yes.
right? There is a picture of whatever you want. Now think about your mind. What is the picture? Whoever is watching us here live, I want you to just think about your mind, because paradigms has a lot of do with the mind, and most people never understand what is mind. Okay, whenever we are talking about mind, they have misconception. They're thinking about their brain. Brain is not the mind any more than your fingernail is. Okay, so brain is not the mind. So what is mind? The same problem when you're just like that, there is no picture of mind. It's blank. It's blank. Whenever I started thinking about mind, it's blank. There is no picture. So this the same problem. That's why Dr. Thurman Fleet, he said, anytime we are treating someone, we are treating to the symptom, not the cause. And the cause of everything into your life is mind. Okay,
Yeah.
your mind is a genesis of everything. Your happiness, your results, your success, your failures, everything. Okay,
Yeah.
so if you want to succeed into your life in any particular business, I don't even care what do you do. Okay, you must understand mind. And then he said, if nobody has seen the mind, Dr. Thoman Fleet said, if nobody has seen the mind, I'm going to draw a picture of the mind. And he did draw the picture of a mind. You see this cup, right? You see this cup, this is just a coffee cup, coffee mug. This is what he drawed. This is the picture of a mind. The bigger circle he called that mind, the smaller circle he's called that body. Okay, although I have a better way to explain that, but I'm just taking you example. Okay.
But if you have a whiteboard in the back, why don't you draw it there?
Actually, it would be much more difficult. We can just
Or
discuss about
we
that.
can give it to people. Yeah.
Yeah, we can just
I
give it to
think
people.
so. Let me see. Let me see. I think so. We can. Let me see, and I'll draw it to you to them. I
Mhm.
believe so. We could.
If you have a picture, just share it. If you have a picture.
I have a. Let me see if I have a slide.
If
Share
I could share my
screen.
screen, I would show them.
Yes, I want to do a whiteboard, but I don't know if I had the ability to do a whiteboard here. Um,
In Zoom we can
there's
do
a way.
easily. We
Give
can
me one
in Zoom we can
second.
do easily.
I'm gonna work it out. This is photos. I know
Oh,
I
it's
had it somewhere. I have this app. Here, I got it here, and then I will share. I will share the screen.
Mhm.
Share screen sharing is easy with two monitors. Yeah, I know that. Screen share. Don't show this again. Share screen, and I'm going to share um, this screen. Oops, there you are. So let
I
me
think I can
see
explain. I think I can explain. No problem.
Windows. There we are. All right, I got it here. Share.
Great.
All right, so you can see it.
Wow.
All right,
Uh,
so the mind, and I hope so
yeah.
you all guys can see this. Can you see it, Kumar?
Yeah, I can see it. I can
All
see
right,
it.
so
But
the
how you
mind,
gonna draw that?
right? I'm gonna draw it with my cursor. So the mind is
Mm-hmm.
this circle.
Uh, yeah, exactly. Mind is this circle.
This
Okay.
is the mind.
And this is he called that circle the mind. And
The
then
mind.
he draw another small
And the
circle.
mind has 100% control
Mhm.
of what we call
Body.
the body,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Exactly.
Right.
I think, can I share the same way screen?
Mm,
We can do
you
it from
can
there.
right now because you couldn't log in, so there's only
Mm-hmm.
the only way to do it is here. Well,
Mm-hmm.
we can talk to it together. So we know.
Yeah, yeah,
So the Truman used to say the mind, to make it simple, he split the mind in two,
yeah,
and
yeah.
then we have on the top side we have our conscious mind,
Mm-hmm.
and the bottom we have our subconscious mind.
Exactly.
In the conscious mind are our thoughts, all our thought, or what we call it knowledge, right?
Mm-hmm.
Our knowledge is conscious,
Mm-hmm.
but in our subconscious mind is all what we call our feelings
Mm-hmm.
or emotions.
Yeah.
And so what is said is that we gather information. So we get
Mhm.
information that can.
Let me take it from here. Okay,
Go
let
ahead.
me take it from here. Okay, so what I was talking was, Dr. Thurman Fleet. Okay, Bob is this drawing is Bob learned 60 years ago, and he said it is the most valuable idea he has learned in past 60 years. Most value he is the greatest teacher in the world, and he said he's the most valuable idea he has learned in his life. Okay, him this idea was his mentor, his mentor, when Vanderwall, he it was Bob's mentor. He teaches him. Okay, so why he said it is the most valuable idea he has learned in his life, because it's give you the clear picture of a mind. And as I said, your mind is genesis of everything. Everything is creating for your mind, and you must have a picture of a mind. Okay, so when he draw that circle, he divided. Actually, what happened is your mind operates on two different level. Okay, you have a conscious level of mind. You have a second level that is called subconscious level. Okay, your conscious mind operates different than your subconscious mind. As Gustavo was saying, your conscious mind is where your thoughts are. Your conscious mind has ability to think, and most people do not think. Last time I quote a doctor, from San Antonio, Texas. He said 2% people think, 3% people think they think, 95% people will rather die than think. Okay, so most people do not think. And when you it's I think it's very, very important to learn how to think. But today we are discussing about paradigms. What is paradigm? So with this, in your conscious mind, you have ability to create any idea. What is the idea? Basically, if I have to explain, idea is a thought in your mind. It's a group of thoughts. Okay, idea is a group of thoughts. You can call it a picture. Okay, idea is a picture in your mind. You have so many ideas into your mind, and your conscious mind has ability to create ideas. You see anything into your life which is serving you into your life, it's just, what is this? It's just an idea in someone's mind. Okay, and we think in picture. Anytime you're thinking in pictures. If there is no picture in your mind, you get confused. Okay, I remember when I was kid, I used to solve maths problem, and somewhere I used to get stuck, and I used to ask my teacher, and she used to tell me, but I didn't get the picture. And I used to think, what is this? I really didn't understand it. And then she again told me, write it this way. And then again I forgot it. And suddenly she said something, and the picture bang in my head. And I was like, now I get it. Why? What is now? Now is a picture. Okay, picture in your conscious mind. You get a picture in your conscious mind. Okay, so that's your conscious mind. You have ability to create pictures. What does your subconscious mind do? Your subconscious mind is deductive in nature. It's totally deductive. Okay, it takes whatever you give it to it. Okay, it takes whatever you give it to it. Whatever you'll give, it's like I love what All Nightingale said, in The Strangest Secret. Have you heard The Strangest Secret, Gustavo? I have heard it
Yeah.
many, many times. He
Yes.
said you can put anything into your subconscious, just like earth. You can put a, a corn, a sweet corn, or you can put a deadly poison. It will grow as such as it will grow. Both will grow in same way. Both will grow in same way. Whatever you can put. Okay, your subconscious mind is an emotional mind. Okay, your conscious mind is an intellectual mind. All those your intellectual, all those your higher mental faculties, most people are not even aware of what is their higher mental faculties are. Will, reason, perception, memory, intuition, all these higher mental faculties, reason, uh, is in your conscious mind. But your subconscious mind is based on emotions. What are the emotions? Love, faith, sex, all these things. What is this? This is emotions. Okay, and your subconscious mind is an emotional mind. And also your subconscious mind have a programming. Okay, it's a habit. Your subconscious mind is a habitual mind. Okay, it's called habitual mind. Okay, all those habits, all those, and not it's not your habit, you want to understand. Okay, it's other people habits. Okay, that is the best part you want to understand. Okay, it's not your habit. You inherited from someone. You inherited from your mother. You inherited from your father. Your mother inherited from her mother, and her mother inherited from her mother. Okay, so it's genetic. Okay, it's genetic. Your father, same thing. Some of the habits, you look at yourself. You're just a reflection of your father habits. Okay, just look at yourself. So that's the way your subconscious mind is programmed. Okay, it's there is a programming into your subconscious mind, and that programming is actually called paradigm. Okay, that is what is called paradigm, and that paradigm is controlling everything into your life. Your income, your results, your business, how much effective you are, how much productive you are, everything is controlled by this paradigm. Let's think about, this is a phone. Let's understand from another perspective. This is a phone. This phone will not run until there is a software in it. Okay, it will not run. Okay, it will not run. The same thing with this. Okay, same thing with paradigm. Paradigm is an internal, your software, which is controlling every action. Your, as Gustavo was saying, your body is just an instrument of your mind, right? One point I forgot to tell you about this is how this is happening. Your conscious mind control 2 to 4% of your behavior. Okay, but your subconscious mind control 98 to 98 96 to 98% of your behavior. Okay, 98, think about it, 96 to 98% of your yet you don't know anything about your subconscious mind. How does your conscious mind work? How does your subconscious mind work? And it controlling everything into your life. Okay, This paradigm which we are talking about here is controlling your behavior, and your behavior is producing the action, and the action is producing some results. Okay, if you don't like the result, what is that you're gonna do? What do most people do? They yell at it, oh, I'm trying so hard and it's not working. Okay, I'm trying so hard, it's not working. Okay, so what do they do? They yell at things. They're just cramming for things. What do they? They're not understanding their behavior is just a reflection of their paradigms. Okay, anything. Joel Barker wrote a very great book, on paradigm. He said to be able to secure your future, you must be willing and able to change your paradigm. Okay, you have to be willing and able to change the paradigm. So let's understand more deep about the paradigm. How would you explain paradigm, Gustavo?
So again, like you were saying, is absolutely correct. Paradigm is basically a feeling. A paradigm, we said, a paradigm is a programming, right? What we call a paradigm or habit is the habit. Sometimes we say we have the habit of brushing my teeth. Brushing the teeth is an action, it's not a
Yeah.
habit. The habit is a feeling associated with you taking the action of brushing your teeth. In other way, you have the feeling that if you don't brush your teeth, you're gonna have cavities. And if you have cavities, you're gonna be in pain with the dentist. That feeling of fear of going back to the dentist is causing you to take action. That action is getting a result. You having no cavities because you're brushing your teeth. You having no cavities because you stop eating candy. The habit is a feeling associated. So the paradigms is good and the paradigm is bad. It all depends the feeling associated with it. The habit could be good or the habit can be bad, but the habit itself is a feeling. So what we talk, what there's many books that said the secret to change your habit is by changing your feeling associated with it. So you change
Yep.
the feeling, and it's the feeling who naturally cause the change.
Mhm.
You can change the behavior, like with someone, like kids go and you said you can't eat cookies before dinner. He go and eat the cookies. You're gonna ground him, and you're trying to change the behavior, but the feeling, the habit is not changed. If you go back and said, "Why did you took the cookie?" The kid said, "There's nothing wrong with it. That's a feeling. There's nothing wrong." When you explain there is something wrong and you explain it and he can understand it and change the feeling associated, he will never eat the cookie before dinner. So this is
Yeah.
the beauty of the paradigm is affect everybody. It doesn't matter if you want related with business, it doesn't matter if related with relationship, it doesn't matter if related
Yeah.
with your children's. It always affect because the paradigm is controlled by the feeling.
Yeah.
Now
I
this is
love I love
beauty.
the way I
This is the
love the
beauty.
way you
Hold on.
explain,
This is the
Gustavo.
beauty.
Eh,
This is the beauty.
I
When you
love
take
I love the way
action,
you
when the feeling,
yeah.
when the feeling take action, when the
Mhm.
feeling produce an action, remember this is not only you, but it's also other people. So you see,
Mhm.
you're gonna have other people that think the same way that you think, feel, and act the same way. So when you apply an action, you're going to receive a reaction or an action of other people.
Mhm.
The clashing of these two actions produce a result,
Mhm.
and the
Mhm.
result could be positive or negative. If your action is negative, it's because you associate it with a negative feeling, because you entertain a negative thought. So the thought ultimately is the responsible or the result that you want. Go ahead.
Ex- Exactly. I love the way you explain in the daily things, the daily way, brushing the teeth and everything, it's so relatable, right? It's so relatable. Okay. So Gustavo, absolutely right. You're absolutely right. You're understanding. We all are understanding, from your perception and my perception. In my perception, paradigm is like, I love the Pop's perception of paradigm. What did he said about the paradigm? What is a paradigm? If I have to explain in general terms, you can just go off the screen. Okay. I believe, if I'm coaching people, if I'm working with them, I choose to believe, and it's the true thing, that there is a greatness inside every one of us. I have to choose it. Okay. Every single day I wake up and I choose that there is a greatness inside of me. Okay. And it's like a great, it's like it's been considered it's a great ball, just like this, just like this, just it's a Alexa, by the way, but it's like a great ball, it's just like that's the greatness of you. But above of that greatness above, there is a virus code. Okay. There is a virus code from your environment, from your genetics, from your parents, from relatives, and everywhere. Okay. And that virus code has covered that greatness. Okay. And that virus code has covered that greatness until or unless you change that virus code. Okay. And what is that virus code? Actually, it's the paradigm. Okay. You, in order to gain your true self, in order to express that greatness which is already within you, you have to let go of that virus code. Okay. You have to let go of that. You just have to just have to say, just go away. I don't need you anymore. Okay. That's what you have to say. That's what you have to a paradigm, because paradigm control enormous aspect of your life. Okay. And that is what paradigm is. Everyone, whoever, whatever they are doing, they can do great, and they can do better. Okay. They can do. That's why I love personal development. Okay. That's why I came into the personal development. I'm so blessed that I came to the person. My life is shifting night and day. My life is shifting, it's so fast, so fast. uh, so that greatness is already within you, and that virus code has covered that greatness. To get rid of that virus code, you have to overcome, you have to change that paradigm. Okay. And that is the paradigm. Okay. So how that paradigm was formed. Okay. You want to ask, if there is, Deepak, you are saying about the paradigm. How do I know what is my paradigm? Okay. And how everybody has a paradigm. Okay. Gustavo have one. Okay.
Sure.
I have one. uh, even the greatest CEOs in the biggest company, they
Both
have a
also
paradigm.
have paradigms.
Everywhere,
Everybody
everybody
has
has a
paradigm
paradigm.
because
Everybody
the
has a
paradigm is
paradigm.
a
Okay.
feeling. And if
Yeah,
you didn't have a paradigm, you wouldn't have feelings, and that's impossible.
that's impossible. Right. So it's what is that paradigm and how it was formed? Okay. How that paradigm was formed, you want to understand? Okay. You want to explain that, or should I go?
Yeah, I mean, paradigms are what I put it together is learn feelings or learn behaviors, right? You learn it, and you can learn it in different ways. So you can learn it by your family, right? So your family has a tradition, do certain things, then you're gonna continue with those traditions. You learn it from the past experiences. You can be learning new things while you read or interact with other people, experience new things. Uh, but that only happens through repetition, right? So the
Yeah.
only way to create the belief or change the paradigms or create a new paradigm is through a repetition. The other way to do it is an emotional impact. So, for example,
Yeah.
uh, we were talking with someone the other day. This lady was 40 years old. She was skinny all her life was skinny. At 40 years old, she gained weight, right? And she couldn't lose the weight, and she didn't understand. And at the end, in the conversation comes that her mother, when she was 40 years old, had cancer. Her mother all her life was kind of overweight, and at 40 years old, she got cancer, got really skinny, and she died 5 years later. So in her mind, being skinny is around 40 is dying. And so her body, that's what they believe, that there's a feeling associated, right? The paradigm was formed before when she was young and the mother died. And when she was 40, she started gaining weight and she couldn't lose it. She go to the gym and all that because in her mind, he truly believed that being skinny at 40, it will mean dying. And so it was an emotional impact at the time
Impact.
that manifested later. So she learned it
Yeah.
before, but it manifested later. So those behaviors can be changed. All paradigms can be changed, but it's not,
Exactly. Everything.
not eliminated
Everything paradigm.
as
Any
you go.
paradigm can be changed. Okay. anything, any, when your paradigm was formed when you were infant. Okay, we all arrived on this planet as an infant, right? Everybody on this planet has arrived as an infant. When you are infant, right, you don't have any conscious abilities. Okay, you don't know what is left, what is right. You don't know what is up, what is high. You don't what is up, what is down. You don't know what is wrong, what is right, right? And when you were infant, right, first thing you want to understand is you have a conditioning like genetic, and you have environmental. Okay, you also have genetics. You want to understand this, you want to ask this question: why do you look like your relatives? Think about it. Why do you look like your relatives? Okay, because it's a genetic conditioning. Okay, it's a genetic conditioning in your subconscious mind. It's there. Okay, and then you have a environmental conditioning. Okay, your environment. I think you are stuck, Gustavo.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. Okay, then you have a environmental conditioning. Okay, what is environmental? When you are born here, when you arrived on this planet, you don't have any conscious ability. So at the time, your parents, your grandparents, and then your relatives, television, news, media, social media, everyone, they were just putting your school, you're putting some information in your subconscious mind. Okay, as you don't have any conscious mind, where this information is going to go? It's directly going into your subconscious mind.
Yes.
Okay, I remember, my father used to say, it's hard to earn money. Okay, every time I used to go to him money, and he's like, eh, why are you asking all the time for money? You just keep taking my money, and all this time, that's the way he used to say. And my mother used to say the same thing. All these ideas go through. I know money is the easiest thing, is to earn, easiest thing, and I earn a lot of money. I earn a lot of money,
Yes.
and that's the thing, all those ideas going. And when they say that, that idea is impressed directly into your subconscious mind, and it doesn't happen for one day. Okay, you are going into school. One of the common belief that we have been teaches, right? If you want to become successful into your life, go to good school, get good grades, go to good college, right? I have seen my some of my friends, they really really went to the good college, and still they are looking for a job. Still they are looking for a job. Why is like that? Right, they're not even getting the job. Right, so why is like that? Okay,
Well, I
so
mean,
that's the
you're
paradigm.
gonna right. So you're gonna have the feelings are all these paradigms that we impose to ourselves too, right? So they're gonna have two. You're gonna have the paradigm of the poor or the paradigm of the rich, and the poor
Mhm.
will always say, "Well, the rich is so blessed because he grew up with money," and
Mhm.
the poor will say the poor is so blessed because he grew up without money, right? So the blessing, it comes on your attitude, right? And that part of your paradigm. Your paradigm has a tendency, your feeling, a bit positive or negative. There's
Mhm.
a beautiful story. It talks about the rich king and the poor kid, right? And they are twins, and one live in the slums, and the other is very rich. The rich one have all this money, everything, but is a prisoner. While the poor one, he can do whatever he wants, but doesn't have the money and is free.
Mhm.
But both feel they're trapped. They fall
Yeah.
both trapped, and they when meet, they have this plan of changing places, right? And they change places, and the poor live the life of the rich, and the rich live the life of the poor, right? And they try to kind of free themselves from their own prisons, right? But it's the attitude they have. Now, a poor person can do any job, absolutely any job, because there's no embarrassment in doing any job, and he can be very good, a millionaire in any job. A rich person cannot clean windows. A rich person will
Mhm.
not do landscaping. A rich person will,
even even bob even
because
bob become
because of the
bob became
connotation of the
multimillionaire while
because
cleaning floors.
let me
you know
finish. Let me finish. Because of the connotation of the environment. You see,
Mhm.
when you grow up with five houses and Ferraris and Lamborghinis and all that, the expectation that you have on yourself, the
Mhm.
internal criticism, that expectation is very high. So you need to go to high school, you need to be a CEO a certain age. And if you are not if you live in fear, that is not going to happen, right? That's a paradigm. The paradigm is the fear of not being able to reach the expectation of my environment, and that's cause a lot of stress. While the
Yeah.
poor person can flourish in very small business. So at the end of the day, there's no guarantee. You could be rich and die poor. You cannot be born poor and die rich. There's no meaning in one or the other. That's why paradigms apply to everyone. It doesn't matter whether you're poor or rich, because it's to free yourself from fear, right? You want to free yourself from fear and really get involved in having faith, in believing in yourself, confidence, believe in yourself, and believe that you can achieve anything. It doesn't really matter whether you can be a CEO of a company by 40 years old, or you can be the owner of your own company by 40 years old, or you can be poor by 50 years old. At the end of the day, is your belief, which is your paradigm, your belief, and the action you take. And the action are conditioned by your beliefs. So at the end of the day, the paradigms really control every aspect of your life.
Absolutely, absolutely. Your paradigm control every aspect of your life. Okay, every aspect. We'll discuss as Gustavo was talking about attitude. I think you probably take one more call, maybe next week or more than next. We'll discuss more about go deep detail into the attitude. What is attitude? And we are talking about the paradigm today. Okay, so the paradigm is a. How would you explain that paradigm? Paradigm is nothing but a multitude of habits that is fixed into your subconscious mind. This is the technical definition. Okay, and it is very easy to understand, I think. Okay, because it's a multitude of habits that is fixed into your subconscious mind. Okay, and as I said, your subconscious mind is a habitual mind, right? Your subconscious mind is a habitual mind, so it's a multitude of habits. And what you want to understand, it's not your habit. Okay, it's the habit that you have inherited from other people. Okay, the habit of you have inherited from your parents, from relatives, from anywhere. Okay, that is causing your habits. Okay, that is what paradigm is. Okay, and if you want to change the paradigm, as Gustavo said, the first way to change the paradigm is called constant space repetition of ideas. Okay, and here is the thing. Okay, constant space repetition of ideas exactly opposite to your current paradigm. Okay, if it is not opposite to your current paradigm, it's never going to change. Okay, let's say if you want to earn more money, but you have a poor money paradigm. Let's say if you have some paradigm that is one of your paradigm is having regarding, let's say, paradigm is a habit, so habit reflects in your behavior. Let's say if you have a spending habit. Okay, I used to have that. Okay, I used to have, the people have that, they whatever they earn they just spend. Okay, that's the paradigm. Okay, that is the paradigm you want to change. Okay, so how do you change that paradigm? To change that paradigm, what you need to understand that what is causing that behavior. Okay, that what causing is in your subconscious mind. And you remember the picture. In your subconscious mind there is an idea, which is causing you to do that. That idea is saying whenever you got that money, you got excited and you wanted to spend it. What is that? That is an idea, right? And that is an idea, right? And how do you change that? Okay, just take an opposite idea to that. Okay, you see the behavior, right? If you want to understand where is your paradigm, what is your paradigm, just look at your behavior, look at outer reality. Okay, if you look at your outer reality, you will get to know where is your paradigm. Okay, any behavior that you want to change, take exactly opposite to that, opposite idea to that, and start planting with the repetition. You can always start with I'm so happy and grateful now that, and always write in present tense. Start writing it maybe 100 times a day, maybe 200 times a day. Start repeating it over and over and over and over. And one time will come, your subconscious mind is going to accept that idea. And when it will accept that idea, what will happen? The old idea of spending that money will remove. Okay, it will start fading away. Slowly it will start fading away, and you will have a new paradigm. The new paradigm which is actually serving you. Okay, you will see any people who has become successful into their life, in any business. You go to any successful, they will tell you the reason they become successful, because they learned to do things differently. Even they have no idea of what is paradigm. Okay, there are many people who know nothing about the. You go and ask Elon Musk. Okay, Elon Musk, do you know about the paradigm? Maybe he'll not able to answer, but he's a multi-billionaire, right? He's a multi-billionaire. Why? Because he learned to do things differently, and paradigm is that thing, paradigm. You can call him a unconscious, which what we call is here is unconscious competent. Okay, he's very very good. Many people are there, they are very very confident, but the problem when you are unconscious competent is you cannot give it to your you cannot give it to anyone.
You
Okay,
cannot pass it
it's
to
it's
the people. You
you
cannot teach
cannot
it.
pass it. Okay, you cannot pass it, so you have to become conscious competent. When I got started, I was unconscious uncompetent. Okay, know nothing about it, and I think same with everyone, not just me, same with
I mean,
everyone.
most people that don't understand the mind
Mhm.
and
Yeah,
don't understand why they're getting the results they want. So what I explain now, when we were drawing, you were talking. If you want to know your paradigm, look at your results.
look at your results. Just look at your results. Your results will tell you exactly where your paradigm is. Okay, where is the result? Because as a human behavior, as a human behavior expert, we learn this thing to understand people behavior. Okay, and if I met someone and I know where they're gonna go in next 5 months, next 1 year, because we learned this thing, because we watch their behavior. I watch my behavior first, and I have to control my behavior first. My change. If you want to change anyone's paradigm, you first need to change your paradigm. That's what I have learned, and that's what I work on. So any paradigm that I want to change to someone, I need to change my first. So I change my paradigm first. So that's the thing. That's the thing.
Yes, and remember the paradigm is a feeling associated with it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the feeling associated is repetitive, is habitual, right? The habit
Mm-hmm.
is a repetitive feeling, and is a feeling who's causing you to act, and that action is
Mm-hmm.
causing the result. So the paradigms really control everything. Now, the good thing is that we can alter our paradigms, we can alter our feelings by changing the thought. If the thought is changed, we can change the feeling. Now, very simple to do like this. Let's say you go out with a friend to a bar and you go and say, hey, I'm going to go and get some drinks. Just wait for me here. You go to the bar, you come back, and you see your friend talking on the texting someone. It doesn't really matter, right? He can text anybody he wants. But as soon as he see you put the phone in the pocket and get nervous, you got two way of thinking. You can think positive, you can think negative. Now I'll tell you what is going to be the outcome. But if you think negative, and depending how emotional you are, you're gonna feel fear that something bad is going on, and you're gonna ask and encourage a person to tell you what's going on. Your attitude is going to be very negative. The reaction of this person is going to be defensive. Probably, you know what? I don't want to keep being in here. I'm gonna leave, and then nothing happened that evening, right? There's nothing good because you came with a negative thought, negative feeling, negative action. The person is defensive, reaction, nobody together. You could be positive and say, doesn't really matter who's texting, why he get nervous. You sit down, you don't pay attention, you're very positive, very optimistic about the situation. And suddenly, half an hour later, another friend show up that you haven't seen for a long time. So he was planning a date with another friend there, so the three of you can have a good time. That could be the whole origin. The first time you made the mistake of judging because you have a bad thought that causes a bad feeling, and that causes a bad action and a bad result. Results are always going to be the reaction of the environment or other people or their circumstances towards your action. So that's what is defined so much your paradigm, because if the result is negative, the paradigm is negative. If the
Mm-hmm.
result is positive, the paradigm is positive. We don't want to change the good paradigms. We want to change the bad paradigms. That's the way you normally will do it.
Yeah, yeah. It's just like he said, I like that, not every paradigm is a bad paradigm. You want to ask, is that idea is good serving me? Okay. If you want to change something, you want to ask, there are so many good ideas in a person, and that which is actually serving them. But you want to ask, you want to ask some of the idea, is it serving me? If it is not, you can change it. Okay. You
For
understand the
example,
cause and you can, You can change it. Okay, understand this. There is one great line, good line here I want to read for you. He said, Bob has wrote this in a place called Paradigm Power. It says, no more effort or energy is required to aim high in life, to demand abundance and prosperity, than is to require to accept misery and poverty. Okay, the difference between the two lies in your level of awareness. Once you start changing your paradigm, once you say, you'll start changing your awareness. Okay, I remember how I used to think 2 years ago, and today the way I think is totally different. How does it happen? Awareness. Okay, awareness. It's you have to become more aware. Your results are not also just because of your paradigm. It's also because of your awareness, how much aware you are. Okay, what is awareness? Awareness is understanding. Okay, if I have to talk about awareness, I love awareness is whatever you're seeking into your life is seeking you.
Yeah.
Okay, that's awareness.
Well,
Okay,
I mean,
that is
exactly. Or law of attraction, right? So whatever
law of
you
attraction.
think,
Is you can call it law of attraction, you can call it whatever you want to call. Okay, name doesn't matter. Okay, name doesn't matter. The only thing matter is it works, and it works every single time. It works for anyone. Either you are living in Florida, either I'm living in India, or either wherever you are living. Okay, it doesn't really matter. You can be the living in the most poorest country in the world and still become rich. You can be the living the most prosperous country in the world, still be the poor. Why? Paradigms are the answer of your every questions. Okay,
that's correct. That's
so
correct.
I think we are good.
We're good. Well,
We'll discuss keep discussing more about this paradigm, because today's session was just an introduction about the paradigms. Okay,
yes, we're gonna
and I'm
continue
sure
with
there
this
are so
this
many
next
people in
week.
the group. There are so many people in the group who want to learn more about paradigm. How does paradigms are? How does
And
change them?
I
They
think
want
so
to
we
change
can
their
give
paradigms too.
right. So next week,
Okay,
what we're going to do, we're gonna give them some exercises, how to do
yeah.
the changes of the
if
paradigm.
if they can come
Paradigm,
up if they can come up to me, show me what is the problem they are facing. Maybe I can help them better. And if they can just post a comment on the video, I would probably try to I will try my best to answer all the questions, and I'll try my best.
yeah,
But
you
if you
can
want to really change your
reach
paradigm, if
Kumar.
you're really because this is serious matter. Okay, this is not something that you can take lightly. I never took this lightly. Okay, and before that I never took anything seriously. Okay, if if you are one of my family member watching me and my friends, you will know I'm right. Okay,
Yeah.
so this is a
So
thing you cannot take lightly. Okay, so reach out to me, reach out to Gustavo, reach out to ask question about the paradigm, how I can change my this problem. Maybe you want to earn more money, maybe you want to get, maybe you want to attract some girl into your boy into your life, whatever you want to do. Okay, just reach out to us. We can help you. We can really help you. I help people in multiple countries. I
yeah,
help, Gustavo is helping people in so many countries. And all we are trying to do here is help you get what you want. And we really love it. I love this thing. Okay, I love
yeah.
this thing, and I do it with my heart. So that's what I want to share.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Kumar. Deepak, thank you so much for being with us every Friday. I know it's an effort, late for you, 9:30 p.m. So thank you so much for that. I
It's a
appreciate
pleasure.
all the people that are watching us and listening to us. Please join us, subscribe, like, make comments. If you have any question about something that's going on in your life and you really want to change it, I assure you, is your paradigm. We can definitely, either one of us, we can help you to change it. There's going to be some work into it, but it's totally worth it, right? It's totally worth it.
It's worth it. It's worth it. It's worth it. The mental freedom I have this time in my life, you cannot buy it from money.
Yes,
Okay, you cannot buy it from money. Okay, the mental freedom that you're gonna have, you can never put any money into that. Okay,
yeah.
so study this material, get into the
Okay.
one of us. Yeah,
Yes. So the time is getting closer. So I wanna thank you one
yeah.
more
I
time,
also need
guys.
to go for another appointment
We are going to continue with this subject next week. So join us
next week.
next week. Well, next week is Christmas, no?
So we'll do in Christmas.
Well, that
If
we're
it is
gonna see.
okay for
We're
your
gonna see if
family,
we
if it
can
is
be
okay
this
for,
Friday,
because
next
Christmas is
Friday. So we'll
Christmas
figure
is
it
for
out.
family.
Yes,
Christmas is for family.
yes.
And in
So
advance
we can do
we
it
wanna.
in the next week, and in January will be the next week will be Christmas. and we can the following week we can get together on and do this and talk to them more about paradigms and working on that way. This is a topic that is always going to be very dominant in our life. Well, guys, thank you so much. Deepak, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you,
And if
Gustavo.
you have any
And
questions,
just say
message us
just
online.
greetings, just greeting to everyone. Have
Yes.
Merry Christmas. Celebrate with your family,
Merry
right?
Christmas and a
Enjoy that,
holiday to
enjoy
everybody.
time. And wish us also on the text and the group, and we'll love to hear from you. Okay.
Yes.
So yeah, I think we're good for good today. Great.
All right,
Bye
guys.
bye.
Have a
Take
good
care.
one. Bye-bye.
Bye.